Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, and this is episode 72. Thank you for joining us again this week. We cannot do this without you, because if we did this without you, then no one would be listening. So we're so excited that you're listening to episode 72. If you haven't listened to the past couple episodes, because I know Chris hasn't because he's been out of town, and we'll get to that in a minute. But we had Tim and Jen Tracker on last week from YouTube. Check that episode out. It was really fun. We had a great time. And then the week before that, we talked about my time in a pro wrestling fantasy camp where I about died. So if you want to hear about me about dying, you should listen to that.
Yeah, could you tell me about that now? I didn't get to listen to it.
No, just go back and listen to it. I don't want to ruin it for you.
Okay.
I didn't die. I can tell you that.
Oh.
I'm here.
Okay. That's
or maybe
spoiler.
This isn't me. Maybe this is someone else pretending to be Ryan.
Oh. Could be.
Maybe it's a doppelganger.
Maybe. Or maybe it's the long lost twin.
Oh. Rion. I am Rion. Ryan's long lost twin.
Rian
Johnson.
Yeah.
The destroyer of worlds. That's all I have to call him.
The evil twin.
Well, welcome back, Chris. You're back. You've been gone for 2 weeks.
I'm back. Here I am.
Yay.
Are you excited?
Gone for 2 weeks. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's nice to be back. I hated to leave where I was because it was just a super nice, relaxing vacation. But it's good to be back.
Was
get
it
back
relaxing?
To work, get back to the podcast. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because
cruises are relaxing.
Because all the videos I saw, you were on a bus just going somewhere, and I'm like, "Where's the cruise?"
Yeah. I was sleeping on the bus going somewhere. It's very relaxing.
Oh. See, that wouldn't relax me. Like when we went to Hawaii, we did not pay to go to Hawaii, but we got taken there by my wife's parents. We got taken there.
We were tied up.
We were kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
All they did was do those tours the whole time, and we were on a bus all the time. It was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
They don't listen to this, I don't think.
No, we were.
But I didn't like it. I didn't like. It's not seeing Hawaii. You'd ride a bus and get off, and they'd be like, "You have 5 minutes. Look around. Get back on the bus." And it was just like, what's happening here? I just want to like lay on the beach or like, trek through the forest or like kill drug dealers like they do on Hawaii 5-0 every week.
Oh,
or what was the show?
You got on the wrong bus.
Yeah,
that was the other tour.
What was the show with Mad Dog? The guy that was like he would go get the people that skip bail or whatever.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's out there too.
Yeah, he's on Hawaii 5-0 every now and then.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. We stayed in the hotel where they film everything, which is pretty cool. Because I'm like watching the show and be like, I stood right there. I swam right there.
Nice.
When I wasn't on a bus, I was right there. But after watching that show and the Bounty Hunter show, it's like, do I really want to go to Hawaii? Because like people are like dying every day.
Yeah. Hawaii's a horrible place. It's terrible. Death and mayhem. That's all it is.
Over. Yeah, I don't know. This episode sponsored by Hawaii. Bring your family. It's fun.
Is that what they say?
I don't know. I think that's their tagline.
Yeah, something like that.
As you've probably guessed, this is going to be one of those fun episodes.
I think
Random.
They're all fun.
Yeah, they're all fun. Right? But I think Chris is going to take us on a step-by-step journey through his Disney cruise to the British Isles.
It was it was fun.
I knew that was coming.
Man. Thank you everybody for listening.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all we got.
Go on your own cruise.
But before we get to the cruise, we'll hold off for a second so you can gather your thoughts. Big news, I guess, out this week. This is where we do the news thing, right? Boop, boop, boop,
oh, yeah.
boop, 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 boop. I'll put that in later. It's funny. I went to find like a news ticker thing to put in on one episode. and only thing I could find was like Morse code. So who knows what I like spelled out, in our episode. It's like a secret message. It was like Morse code because it sounded like it. So it probably said something like, I don't know, kill your family or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Wow.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or it could have
Maybe.
said, go eat some Jello. Or
Could have been.
so go back to the episode,
Care
decipher
Bears
it.
are good for hugs.
Yeah, are they though?
Of course they are.
Anyway, so the big news coming out this week has been the whole Superman ordeal debacle.
Yeah.
With the actor Henry, I always pronounce, is it Cavill?
Cavill.
Cavill?
Cavill? I think it's Cavill.
I don't know.
Caviezel?
It's Mustache Henry.
Oh.
Caviezel, yes.
Caviezel.
Cavill. I don't know.
Henry.
Barber of Deville?
We don't know anything on this show.
Not really.
Anyway, so the news came out from the Hollywood Reporter, I believe, saying that he was out. He wasn't going to be Superman anymore. That deals fell through. Basically, he was supposed to appear in the Shazam movie, and it didn't work out. And they just decided to part ways. So that was the first news that came out about it. And then I don't know if his manager or the Instagram video came out first.
His manager thing came first.
Here's what the manager said. The manager said, wait, I had it pulled up. Where'd it go?
I'm waiting to find something music. And we're waiting to find
here we go.
Music.
His manager, Danny Garcia, gave a slightly more hopeful message. Be peaceful. The cape is still in his closet.
Oh.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. And I guess the Warner Brothers released a statement saying, while no decisions have been made regarding any upcoming Superman films, we've always had great respect for and great relationship with Henry, and that remains unchanged. Okay.
Again, doesn't really say much.
No. And then he posted a video on his Instagram. Basically, he's holding a superhero or Superman action figure, wearing a like a Smallville or some kind of shirt.
Krypton bodybuilding.
Krypton body with weird dogs barking music playing in the background. And that was the whole video.
Sure.
So
he like raises the toy, then lowers it, and has this weird look on his face.
Yeah. So he recently signed up to play the lead in a series based on The Witcher novels for Netflix. Some people say that's part of it, that pretty much he's done Superman. And the report also said that the studio's priorities are focusing largely on upcoming Supergirl film. And so he won't have any part of that. He'll be sidelined. Another reason he's chose to leave. I don't know. I mean, if I'm being honest, at this point,
Be honest.
I don't care either way. Because you have the rumors of Batflick, Affleck quitting. Now you have these rumors that Henry's quitting. I think part of me is like, oh, let's see. DC has been sort of put back on the backside again, news-wise. What can we do to get it in the news again? Oh, let's say that Henry quit, and then that will get everybody talking again. I liked him as Superman.
Yeah, I like him as Superman. So I mean, I'd like to see another straight Superman movie with him in it. Just a Superman movie, but yeah, I don't know. I mean,
and it's weird that they're like, we don't really have any plans for Superman right now. Like, really?
Well, they got like 20 Joker movies coming out, so they don't have room for a Superman movie.
I don't know. It's like they tried to start with the Justice League and stuff to have this Marvel-esque, universe continuation, but now they're sort of like, never mind. with all the Joker movies and the Venom movie. Oh no, Venom. Sorry, Venom's Marvel. I'm
Yeah,
Marvel.
that's Marvel.
I just had a brain fart there. With the I meant to say all the Joker movies, and then you have the Suicide Squad, another one coming up, and then you have the Flash.
Well, they can't even get the Suicide Squad straight. Are they doing a Suicide Squad? Or are they doing just a Harley movie?
Yeah.
Harley Quinn movie? Or are they doing a Birds of Prey movie?
It's a
They
mess.
can't even get that figured out. What they're doing next?
I don't know. I think they just need to focus on their animated stuff with the DC because their DC
their animated stuff's good.
Their DC live action stuff is it's not working out for them, and I think they're just trying too hard. I think they can make a solid superhero movie, but they're trying to go about it the wrong way, the hype way. But if he's not Superman anymore, Nick Cage is still standing by.
He's waiting.
He's waiting.
He did get to play Superman. He did the voice of Superman in the Teen Titans Go movie.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, he's still waiting. He
finally got to be Superman.
He gets, he's still there. He has to grow his hair out long again, like he did in that.
Yeah, get that plastic suit on.
Yep,
it'll be good.
So I don't know. Hopefully they work something out. I think it'll be weird if they keep Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman, and then all of a sudden, hey, it's Superman. Wait, he looks different. Did you have some work done? So,
well, it's after he came back to life. His body settled.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of that news story. So again, Affleck or whatever. He's still in, but he may not be in. I don't.
He says he is, but I don't know. He went back to like alcoholics abuse thing or something again already. Like he's like checked himself into someplace again. I don't know. He's had a lot of life problems, I think.
Yeah. But there's
now, so who knows?
So we still have Aquaman. We got Shazam. They're still planning on the Flash movie. We have Wonder Woman 1984. Mm-hmm. So, was there already plans for another Justice League, or they're just sort of like, yeah, we'll figure that out when we get there?
There was plans. I think it was supposed to be like Darkseid as the main villain, but
that would make sense.
I don't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know at this point. I'm sure eventually they'll make another one, but it'll be somewhere down the line and more than likely not have any of the people that are in it now.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I meant to tell you. I'll tell you here. I finished Star Wars Rebels, finally.
Oh, what'd you think?
I liked it, but it was emotional. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
Kanan. Oh.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Just close your ears. Man, that got to me. And then when Ezra was in that other like dimension thing or whatever it was, and he's like, I can save him. They're like, no, you can't. Because if you save him, everyone else will die. And I'm just like, no. It was good though. You like it? You liked it, didn't you?
I did like it. I liked it a lot.
I wanted it to keep going. It was so good.
I know, like they set up like more stuff, like the search for Ezra and Ahsoka and all that. I mean, there was a lot that was set up, and now they're going on to the other show with the cell-shaded people.
The Resistance.
It's weird. The Resistance. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to be. But they're going to do more Clone Wars.
Yep. So yeah, but I liked it. So if you haven't watched Rebels, it's probably one of the best of the animated out there.
Yeah, I liked it better than Clone Wars, actually.
And really, it's better than the newer movies. I mean, story-wise and stuff, like it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's solid.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's good. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Check it out.
They really delve into the history of the universe quite a bit with the Force and everything. It's real nice.
Yeah.
They did a good job with
It's real nice. Real nice. Anyways, I
It's
thought I'd
real nice.
throw that out there.
It's a blue.
Maybe we'll do an
Oh,
in-depth episode sometime on Star Wars Rebels. We'll
Mhm.
watch an episode together. Talk
Aw.
to discuss. Probably not.
No.
So let's get to the man of the hour,
Oh,
Mickey
who's
Mouse.
that?
Mr. Chris. Well, Mickey Mouse, sorta. I mean, sorta.
Yeah.
If you think about it. Chris Street. Welcome, Chris, our special guest.
Hi. Well, good to be here. Hello. Hi. How's everybody
Welcome
doing?
to the podcast.
Yeah,
Good.
welcome back.
Good. Oh, thanks. It's
Can we
good to
have
be
like
here.
Can we have a logo with your face on?
It's just it's a super close up of my face. It's like
Yeah.
it's just gonna cover everything.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
get
gonna be
one, I
my
didn't
eye.
get one of Tim and Jen done, so I felt bad. But
No,
there's not one of them.
I wasn't here to do it.
No, you wouldn't do it. Anyway, so you went on a
Oh, wow.
cruise. How many days?
I did. It was a 7-day cruise. But there was a couple days before that in London, and one day after in London, and then back to the U.S.
Did you meet Harry Potter while you
but-
were in London?
No, I did not. I met a bunch of wax figures of people.
Oh.
Because our one of our days in London at the beginning, we went to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, and they had. So I met Hermione as a wax figure.
Uh-oh. Did you get? Is this why there were reports about you never being allowed back at the wax museum?
I mean, that's part of it. Partially.
What did you do with Hermione?
Yeah.
You don't want to know.
God.
No, yeah, they had her. They had Colin Firth, which my wife loved.
Oh, that's why you guys were kicked out, probably.
That's why we. Yeah, she tried to take him with us.
I can actually, I believe that.
Yeah, I believe it too, and I was there.
And I was there.
And I mean, they had Benedict Cumberbatch. They had the guy from Fantastic Beasts, that lead actor. They had those two standing together, so I took a picture in between them. It's kind of fun. I mean, some of them look pretty realistic. There's when you first walk in, they have one of Tom Hanks, and like there's a line, so you're kind of going through pretty quick to go inside. And it's just one of those things as you're passing someone, as you're entering someplace, you kind of just like look over and like, oh, hey, how you doing? Kind of like a nod hello or whatever. So I did that to the wax Tom Hanks, thinking it was someone standing there. I was like, oh, that's fake. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they have there was an Angelina Jolie one there. And I was going to take the picture, so I was going to stand in front of it and take the picture of her. And then I noticed, oh, someone's already taken the picture. I'll step aside, wait for them to be done. I was like, this girl is taking forever to take this picture. Like, just take the picture. And like, I'm waiting, and then like 2 other people start waiting, and then I look at it. I was like, crap! They've made a wax figure of someone taking a picture of the wax figures.
That's awesome.
Those jerks.
You know they got to be sitting up there watching that and be like,
Oh, they are. They are.
I have a Madame Tussauds story. We went in Las Vegas, and we saw all the similar ones, whatever. But there was one that I don't know who it was supposed to be, but it was right in the middle of this room, like a round room, and it was just like this pretty lady. And it took me a minute to decide. I mean, I still don't know to this day if it was a real person or a wax figure. I walked right beside her. I mean, the skin looks way different because if you look close enough, the skin looks different, right? But this one, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it could have been a real person because it was just in the middle of the room and everything else was around the edges, so it was weird, but it was kind of funny because I'm just like looking at my peripheral, trying not to stare, and trying to, is that real, is it fake, is it real?
That's funny.
But yeah, I'm sure they sit up there and laugh at people because they're trying to make that decision.
Of course they do. Yeah, of course they do. And I've got all these pictures. I can post some of them on our Instagram and stuff. But I mean, they had Harry and Meghan Markle, the new royal couple, and there was a line to take a picture with them. Of course, we had to take a picture with them. They had a King Kong. They had a giant King Kong head from like the King Kong Skull Island. The guy who plays Loki, I can't think of it. Tom something. He was
Hiddleston.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston. Yeah, they had a picture. Not a picture. They had a wax thing of him.
A picture.
It was like a big
just a
spider.
Picture of him.
It was just a picture of him. They couldn't afford to do a wax figure of him. They just did a picture. They're just like, he's too handsome. We're never going to make this work. And they had a giant one of Shrek for some reason. I don't know.
I think they have a Shrek one pretty much in all of them because I think the one in Orlando has a Shrek one too. It's just random.
Oh, really?
It's just weird.
Weird. It is weird. They had one of Bruce Willis. I stood beside and made a Bruce Willis face. You couldn't tell us apart. I mean, we looked so much alike.
Mm.
They had two YouTubers that I had no clue who they were, sitting on like a bed. Yeah, I don't like. If you guys can see the picture, if you know who they are,
scoot it over a little bit.
I think I have seen those people.
Scoot it down.
They're British, right?
I guess so.
I think so. I think so. Okay. And yeah, I think I've actually seen them. That's funny.
Okay. I didn't know who they were. It was like, oh, YouTubers, I'll take a picture.
The one of the videos I saw was they were listing all these American phrases or something like that, and they were one of them was trying to guess what the meaning was behind the phrase, and the other one had the answers, and so it was like the funny thing, making fun of Americans, I guess. But I think that's funny.
That's cool. And then halfway there's like almost like a Disney ride, like a Pirates of the Caribbean type thing, or Haunted Mansion, where you sit down in like a moving thing and it moves you through like the history of England, where the 70s got really weird through there. It was just kind of odd. There was a giant statue of some guy with an eye patch, and his eye moved, but there was like wax figures working on him. So I'm just like, there's a giant. They had giants at one point apparently, in English history. I don't know. It was weird. Then they had like a superhero area where they had Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, a giant Hulk, Spider-Man, all that, and they had Star Wars. They had the Star Wars section. You could sit down with Luke where he fires first. You could sit in the Millennium Falcon.
Whoa. You can sit down where who fires first?
Where Han fires first.
You said Luke.
Oh, no. Did I say Luke?
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah, he said Luke.
Oh.
Come on.
I said that on purpose. You caught it.
I'm the winner. I'm the winner.
You win.
What do I win?
And of course, more of my story. And of course, they had Leia in her slave bikini outfit. Next to Big Jabba the Hutt, which I sat down next to.
Did it have a small child crawling behind you?
No.
That's a callback. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
From Star Wars Celebration. I sat down to take a picture in front of Jabba the Hutt, and there's a small child crawling behind me that came out of nowhere on top of Jabba. It's just like, what is happening? Small child.
That's funny. And from there, we went to the British Museum, where we just kind of quickly walked through there because we were tired. Like it's a 6-hour time difference, and
like how
that was hitting us.
Like,
we were asleep.
Like were you like speed walking?
basically, yeah, we did a speed walk through the British Museum. We basically just hit the Egyptian section.
That's like British.
Well, it was cool. I mean, there's a bunch of mummies and big giant obelisk things and all kinds of cool stuff. They had the Rosetta Stone there, which is cool. So I got to see
you
the
learned how
actual
to
Rosetta Stone.
learn some different languages.
Yeah, so I know every language now.
Cool.
It's all just gibberish.
Yeah, they have mummies here in Houston, or they did, anyways. Last time I went to the Natural History Museum, that's freaky to see. Like, to think about, like, oh, right there, like, it's somebody's body that's been dug up and placed in a museum.
Yeah,
I mean, when you really think about it, when you really think about it, it would be like, like in the future, somebody going to a graveyard where like people are buried today and digging them up and then be like, hey, let's put these guys in a museum, and people would be like, hey, look at those corpses.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just weird to think about.
Oh, Uncle Fred.
But I mean, sorry, cool. Sorry. I had a morbid thought, but like I know this is not real, and this is not what I believe. That's a good disclaimer. But what if like you're like stuck, like you're dead, but you sit there in your body, and you're just like, why am I in this glass case? What is going on? Who are these kids? Who are these kids staring at me?
I mean, if you're a mummy, they've pulled your eyeballs out and they're in a jar somewhere, so you're good. So you won't see anything.
But yeah, the mummies here, like they have like the mummy in a case, and then beside the case they have all the jars with all the organs and stuff.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, they had animals, they had cats and stuff that have been mummified and display cases.
Anyways,
yeah, it's creepy.
This is a fun Disney cruise.
It is. Wow. It's a great Disney cruise.
Yeah.
So the plane ride over there is like 9 hours and almost 10 really, but they have movies you can watch. I watched a ton of movies while I was gone.
Oh.
Just
could have done that at home
to go through them real quick. So I watched. I'm just going. I watched Blockers. Well, it's called Blockers.
Yeah, I know
say Blockers.
I know what you're talking
but
about.
it's got a picture of a chicken in front of it.
A rooster. Yeah.
So it's that Blockers.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually pretty funny.
It's got John Cena.
John Cena did a good job. Yeah, John Cena. He did a good job at it.
Insert John Cena quote here. Okay, there we go.
His name is John
Cena. That's good. I watched The Commuter with Liam Neeson. That was a good one. Early Man, which was an Aardman movie, like the latest Aardman. Yeah, it's a claymation. The Wallace and Gromit people.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as good. I was kind of saddened by that. Game Night was funny.
That movie's so funny. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, it was good. I recommend that movie. That was a funny movie.
It's got language. It's for adults.
So with that movie and the Blockers movie, and I also watched Super Troopers 2. So with those movies, they're funny, but they do have language and they do have some scenes in them. And when you're on an airplane, sitting there in front of you watching that, and like there are people behind you and to the side, like
it's sort of awkward.
Also seeing that, it's awkward. It's I fast forwarded through a whole section of Super Troopers 2 because I just felt so awkward.
Yeah.
With it on screen.
There's two ways I think on a plane to go about that. You either three ways, but you turn it off, you fast forward, or you just embrace it and be like, did you guys see that? Did you see what happened on there? I can't believe they'd show that on an airplane.
That's one way to do it.
That's crazy.
I guess so.
I was not the only one on that flight that saw John Cena's butt. That's all I'm saying.
Well.
The champ
there we go.
is here.
That's John Cena here.
Yeah. I watched Ready Player One again because it was on there. Yeah, it's so good. The last Maze Runner, I watched that.
I haven't got to watch that one yet.
And then like there was all those movies I watched. That was like the plane ride over and the plane ride back. But on the cruise ship, they have a movie theater you can go see all the current movies. Like they had Infinity War playing, they had Ant-Man and the Wasp playing. We saw Christopher Robin on there, and it was good.
Did you
it was
cry?
A good movie. I didn't cry, but basically, like I was talking to someone
heartless.
about this, and I'm heartless. I was talking to someone about this, and we were talking about the plot of it, and then I realized it's Mary Poppins. The plot of Christopher Robin is Mary Poppins. The parental figure spending too much time with work, ignoring the kids. A magical person comes into their life and fixes it, and suddenly
Yondo's
everybody's
in
happy.
it?
And
Yondo's in it?
Yondo?
That's his name, right?
Oh, Yondo, yeah.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yondu.
Yondu, yeah.
Yeah, he's in there.
He just pops up.
He just jumps in. He may have been your daddy. He may have been your father,
but I'm
he
your...
wasn't your daddy.
Sorry. Well, that's cool. You got to watch all those movies. That's cool.
Yeah, so I mean, I watched a ton of movies when I was on.
I watched
and then
Tag. Speaking of game night, Tag is a good, sort of the same lines.
Oh, good. I've been wanting to see that.
But just prepare yourself. It is sad at the end.
No.
Oh, of course it is.
And I watched my son
and then,
made me. Oh, sorry, we were on movies. I thought I'd get this out.
Yeah.
I watched The Little Prince on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It made me cry. I'm gonna be man.
It's a sad.
I was
movie.
like bawling, and then I'm like, what is happening to me? And why is my 3-year-old making me watch this movie? I'm the adult here. I don't have to watch this movie.
You became a father.
Oh my goodness! Like I was like in the playpen with our 1-year-old while he's watching it, and I'm sitting there like bawling my eyes out. I'm like, what's going on? So if you don't want to cry, then don't watch The Little Prince. It was well done. It was well done.
Oh yeah.
Good gracious!
Does he sing Purple Rain?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
I wish that would have made it better. I was just like, what's happening? What's going on here? Oh well.
But I mean, not. But on the cruise, not only do they have the movie theater in your room, they have a TV where you can do live TV. Like there'll be Disney shows, like a Disney Channel. But since it was a British cruise, that at certain points during the travel, the Disney Channel turned into like other languages, and so I had no clue what was going on. And there was also like foreign shows on there that were just kind of weird, but
you read the Rosetta Stone. You should have known everything that was going on.
No.
That's not how it works.
It's a lie.
So, what else did you do? Anything that didn't involve TV or movies?
No, it was mostly television and movies. That's mostly it. Because I'm not done talking about those.
I'm just being silly. I'm being dumb.
Because I haven't even reached the British television shows yet.
God.
Those are
this
fun.
episode of I Am Geek is going to be 4 hours long.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Because they have like we the only channel that we could find that had stuff interesting on it on the British station was the game. They have like a game show network it's just called Challenge, and they just play their old game shows over and over again. I saw a 70s version of Supermarket Sweep, the British version of that.
I'd watch
that. Was interesting. Yeah, that was fun. They had an old Wheel of Fortune, and they even found a host whose name was Bob, I think. But they played it where you have to answer questions. Yeah, no. You had to answer a question before you could spin the wheel. It was
so it was like a mix between Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, it was like a mixture between that. And if you didn't answer the question right, then you couldn't spin the wheel, and they'd go to the next person.
Oh, snap.
And they had a BattleBots that was called Robot Wars. and that was weird too because they had other robots in there that were controlled by like referees. They had a referee bot, and like these corner bots that would come out and attack you. And like once it was decided who lost, those corner bots came out, attacked the loser even more, and then dropped them in a hole. It was it was very confusing.
I want to see this.
It's like Robot Wars or something. Like
I want
that.
there to be a camera in the bottom of the hole, and this is like a pile of robots just dying slowly.
Like it was a hole, but like it wasn't even big enough for the robot to fall down into. It like kind of partially fell into it. So it was kind of silly. I don't know. It was weird. But they had a show called Golden Balls or something like that, where like you were given 5 golden balls, and they each had money in them, and you had to lie to the other people that you didn't have the money or that you had the money so they'd keep you on. There was just a lot of weird game show things.
I really want Disney to contact you and be like, we've seen that you've been on the cruise a bunch. You know, we want you to be a spokesman for the cruise and come on and do a commercial for us. And then the whole commercial, you just talk about the TV shows and the movies you watch.
That's all I'm going to do.
That would be hilarious. This would be like, go ahead and tell us about your experience. Okay, I saw this one show called Golden Balls. Let me tell you about it.
It's good. They also had a bed and breakfast show where all these like people owned bed and breakfast.
What is happening?
They would each travel to each of their bed and breakfasts and stay the night and eat the breakfast, and then they would like vote on who had the better bed and breakfast, basically.
Well, we know who that is. It's Bob Newhart. I mean, that's.
Well, yeah, of
he's
course.
the winner.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean that's all. I mean that's all I'll talk about TV.
You can talk more. It's just funny. It's like, what'd you do on your cruise? I saw all these TV shows. Let me tell you about them.
I watched TV shows. Well, they did have one that was Date a Celebrity, where like it was these people. They would bring on a celebrity. It was just a reality show celebrity. It was like one of the like I don't even know.
Did Jenny ground you or something and like make you stay in the room and just watch TV the whole time? She's like, you're staying here.
You're not gonna do any of the.
You're grounded.
This is what I do. This is what I do.
You could have stayed home and watched TV instead of spending $10,000.
No, I wouldn't have seen all these British shows then.
I could send you some YouTube links.
No. Okay. Well, anyway, here's something that's not a TV show or anything.
It's a commercial.
So, there was a commercial that had this baby dressed as like a biker, and it was like a dish cleaning soap, and he walked up and was like, "Oh, that's a good sparkle there," and it was this baby with a deep British voice talking about the sparkle of plates. It was weird. He rode it on a motorcycle too. I don't know. It was animated. I don't know. It was weird.
What's happening?
You don't know. That's the glory of a British cruise.
I've never, like, all the commercials, all the shows that I've seen for Disney cruises, this is the first time where for the first 30 minutes people will be like, here's all the TV shows I watched while on the cruise.
Exactly. No one. This is the only place you're getting that.
This cruise started in Dover, right?
Yes, the cruise did start in Dover. We got to see the White Cliffs of Dover, which was cool. So yeah, that was our first day. It's just sail away, basically.
And they had a celebration there?
Celebration. They
sail away celebration. I'm reading this off the internet.
They have. They have it. Yeah, we've been on a few of them. We typically don't go to those anymore.
They're too busy watching TV.
We go watch TV. No, we do our own thing. We go up on deck and we actually watch the sail away. We watch the ship go out and leave the port. I mean, they have basically something in their big lobby where they have like a sail away celebration. All the characters come out. They do a little skit thing type thing. But yeah, we like to go because we've been on a few of them, so we kind of like to relax, kind of do our own thing, and we like to watch the sail away from the top of the ship. We take a bunch of pictures and kind of see it kind of play out like that. It's kind of fun. But yeah, that's kind of the first day is just kind of getting oriented around the ship. They have emergency drill you have to go through where like on deck 4, which wraps around the ship. A lot of people jog around that. They got like a jogging path on that. You go on there and they like here's your life vest. If you hear sirens or whatever, this is where you're supposed to come. You're supposed to go to your room, get your like any medicine or anything. You're supposed to get, grab your life vest from there, come up on deck, and that's where all the big lifeboats are. I don't know.
So did you like find a big air horn alarm on your phone and just go up to people's rooms by their door and just like start blaring it? Because that would have been funny. It's like at 3 in the morning.
The horn on the ship is cool because it's the da 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 da, but it sounds better than that.
It took me a second there. I was like, "What song?" Okay.
That.
When you wish upon a star. Sorry.
Yeah, they do that when they're leaving stuff.
Oh, cool.
They'll blast that.
But the locals love
really
that.
Cool. Oh yeah, it's great. Actually, locals do. Because so our next day was just a sea day.
Mm-hmm. I'm following along
and
online.
you just relax those days. It's kind of nice because the British cruise, it was kind of cold, it was a little chilly, and so a lot of people are like, I'm not going to go to the pool, I'm not going to do jacuzzi, but those things are heated, and like jacuzzis are the best time when it's cold out is to go jacuzzi, and the pool is like nicely heated. So we just went out there. Not a lot of people were out there. We kind of did that and just kind of relaxed.
Skinny dip.
We did skinny dip. Yeah, you know. Well, it's Europe. That's what you do. And they have like a spa, which past cruises I've gotten like massages on there, and it's really nice because you get the kind of rocking the ship. You're getting a nice massage. But they have what they call a rainforest room, where they have like all these showers that kind of mists with like fragrances and water. It's like a cold one, and then like a medium warm, and then a hot one. You kind of go through those, and then they have the heated rooms that you go and sit in, the steam rooms. So we got a package for that. It was pretty cheap. It was like $20 or something for like a day pass for that. So we did that, and there's like they had these big loungers that were heated that you could lay in. And it was just a nice way to unwind on our day. But at night, every night is dinner. They have 3 restaurants that you rotate through. And on this one, there's Animator's Palette, which is on all the ships. And Animator's Palette is based on just their animations. Like all the walls look like there's like sketches of their animated characters on them. They have TV screens that like the drawings will come up. It'll draw a character, and then it'll be painted, and then they'll be animated. So it'll kind of go through the steps of animation kind of on the screens and everything. And the first night they do a show where all that happens, and then colors like fill the ceiling and everything. And then your waiters come out, and they've like changed vests to like these colorful vests, and they're like waving stuff around. It's pretty fun. But what's really cool is on the second night you go in there, is they have these pieces of paper that have like a outline of like a person type thing, and you draw yourself in that, and then they take those in the back and they scan them in, and they get animated on the screens. So you see your drawings actually animated moving around, and they insert them into like Disney animated movies, like they'll be Dancing with the Genie and stuff like that. So like and then they bring that back and they put a sticker on it. It's like official Disney animator. So like all those years I took for animation school and everything, useless. I just had to go on a Disney cruise, and I would have been a Disney animator.
Did you take any pictures or video of that?
I've got some pictures and some stuff like that, so I can post a bunch of stuff. Um, the the second restaurant that we went to, like everybody's kind of different, kind of goes around. There's two eating times too. There's like a early and a late. We usually do the late because it's less children. Um,
Wow.
We're like, yeah, we don't have any kids, and we're going to Disney cruise.
We don't have any kids, and we don't want to be anywhere near them, so that's why we don't go to the celebrations. We stay away from the characters, and we eat late.
Okay, good. You set it up well for me.
Yeah.
The second restaurant is Rapunzel's Royal Table, and this is a new one, and it's just on the Magic. We were on the Magic because there's a Magic, a Wonder, Dream, and a Fantasy. Those are the ships. We were on the Magic, and Rapunzel's was, I mean, it's basically based on the movie Tangled. And they had stage shows with actual characters, like Rapunzel was up there. The first night was Rapunzel's birthday, and the thieves from the movie were throwing her this big party. And she would go around, talk to people at the table, which is kind of awkward, at least for me, because I don't know what to say to these people because they're pretending to be these characters, and they're really into character. And I just like, oh, so how'd you get this job on the cruise? Or like, you can't say stuff like that. So you kind of pretend along with them. It's like,
Let's have
fun. Hey, how's Flynn doing? Doing good. That's good. Because I don't know, I'm bad at doing that with them. Ginny was better at it than I was. I was just bad at it.
It's easier when you have kids with you, because then they just talk to the kids, and you sit back there and take pictures.
Exactly.
Have fun.
But yeah, when they're talking just to me directly, I'm just like, you don't have to pretend with me. It's okay.
I could see you sitting there and going, twice. Yeah, blink twice if you're safe. I'm here to save you.
But it's cool. I mean, it's fun. And the second night, it was the lantern, the lighting of the lanterns from in the movie where they're floating in the sky. So along the ceiling, they have the lights for all the lanterns, and so they kind of dimmed the lights and did the lanterns do that. It was cool. Because I have stage plays on the cruise as well, and they had a Rapunzel stage play. We didn't go see it, but I think it was kind of the same actors, so they would do their thing. I was too busy watching TV. I couldn't go to the stage.
Wow. I've heard the stage shows are like good, like really good.
They're good. No, we've seen them, but they only do them so often. Like there's like Rapunzel's stage play is probably twice the whole cruise, and one of them is usually during your dinner time. So if you don't go to the one before, you'll miss it. So we had stuff that we were doing, so we didn't get to see. Because there's a bunch of stuff you can do, because they have like trivia night, like they have all these contests and stuff you can do. You can go and they'll teach you how to draw Disney characters and places. Of course they have character meet and greets all over the place. So there's a lot to do, and each day we also did like a short excursion, and sometimes those would last all day, or sometimes it'd be like half a day. But then you want to walk around the port. So we did a bunch of stuff off the ship for this one. The Caribbean cruises is usually when we go see the stage plays and stuff, because we just we don't want to do the excursions for those. We don't do scuba diving or anything like that. So we like to do more stuff on the ship. Scuba. But yeah, the first port was
Dublin.
Cove.
Oh.
No. The first port was Cove, and they spell it Cobh. And it's in Ireland, and apparently in the Irish language they don't have a V, so it's Cobh, but it's pronounced Cove.
Oh, the Disney website is wrong. Sorry, I'm trying to follow you along because it's got a cool map on the Disney website that shows where you go on the cruise, but it says Dublin, so they're wrong.
No, Dublin was not the first place. That was day 4. That was the second port. But yeah, we went. But you could take a bus into Cork. And that's where the Blarney Castle was. So we went to Blarney Castle. That's where you can go and kiss the Blarney Stone.
Did you
kiss
it?
The line is like super long. No, we didn't. The line was super long. So like, it was like your trip to Hawaii. Like you're kind of there. You have a limited amount of time to do stuff. And so we really wanted to walk around the whole place and see everything rather than just wait in a line to go kiss
Should
the
just
stone.
picked up a different rock and kissed it.
And well, it's apparently the Blarney Stone. It's you have to lean out over, out into space, to kiss this thing. It's not just there. You don't just walk up to it and kiss it. You're leaning over into nothingness and kissing this
It's
stone.
like a black hole. Nothingness.
Basically, nothingness. It's the black hole of Blarney Castle. But I mean that was a cool day. Yeah, the next day was Dublin, and we did a river cruise. Oh, and by the way, Cove was the last port the Titanic sailed out of. So that was interesting, being on a ship sailing out of that port. And we went to a museum. They have a museum where the last port was, where they leave, and it's kind of morbid in a way because they have a gift shop. And it's just all these fancy little trinkets and happy little trinkets, and you're just oh, I bet you this is okay. A bunch of people died, and we're kind of have a keychain. I don't know. It was kind of weird to me. Maybe it was just me. But yeah, the next one was Dublin, and that was we did a river cruise through Dublin, and just kind of cruised around there, and there was a bus tour that we did. We also went to the Disney store in Dublin. It's a giant Disney store. You're on a Disney cruise, you got to go to Disney store.
Oh, what'd you get us?
Me. I'm here. Look at me.
Okay, go on.
And day 5, so after Dublin was Greenock. Which is
sorry. So you didn't go to Belfast?
No, it didn't go to Belfast.
Oh, this whole thing's all wrong on the Disney
I don't know
Cruise
which
website.
I don't know which one you're looking at. So I don't know.
The 7-night British Isles cruise from Dover.
I mean, there was one before that, the week before us, maybe you're looking at that one, and there was one kind of after us a little bit. So.
It says September. Oh, no, this is for next year. Sorry.
Okay.
Carry on.
All right. So, yeah, we went to Greenock. And Greenock, we took a bus out to Stirling Castle. And that's the castle that our ancestors lived in. Ryan? So I did ancestry. Ryan? Ryan, that's all what we did.
Did you plant our flag?
I planted our flag. I claimed our area. I marked my territory.
That's good.
As
the streets do.
As we do. Well, this is our mom's side, actually.
Well, I mean, yeah, but never mind.
Yeah, but the streets. I mean, we married. Yeah, so we've come a long way from living in castles. Now we just mark territory.
They just pee everywhere.
We just pee everywhere. That's what we do. Our last name's Street.
This is mine. What do you mean it's yours? What are you peeing on that? I claim it for my own. That's how I got my wife. What? No, sorry.
There we go.
Huh? No.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
No.
Yeah. I'm going to keep going here.
Just kidding.
Our family, so last name was Erskine, and there's a ton of stuff around there with that name, Erskine. That's the family that we came from. We drove over an Erskine Bridge. I talked to someone there who worked at the castle. He's like, you got a bunch of stuff named after here. He's like, there's a graveyard right in front of here. You got a bunch of relatives in there.
Oh, did you go dig them up?
Yeah, they were cool to hang out with. Super nice, a little quiet, but they were cool. But I took a picture down there and everything. But it was kind of cool. It was fun to see where we kind of came from. At least one of the places. The next day was Liverpool, where the Beatles. That's where the Beatles come from. And a lot of people did Beatles tours, but we took a bus to Wales, to Conway Castle. I walked around. There's another cool castle. You could go up into the turrets, like super high and everything. Look out. Took a bunch of pictures there. We had time to actually walk down into the town there, where the smallest house in England, I think it was the smallest house in England, was there. It's just like this small little door. And you just walked in. I think it was just like a room. It was just a house, and like you paid to go in there. We didn't pay to go in. I don't know. It's like this little
that's like a
attraction.
scam. That's like a roadside scam attraction.
It definitely is. It definitely
Smallest,
is.
whatever.
But there's like the lady who owned it. She was standing outside. Like the whole thing's painted like red on the front. She was wearing red, and like you could just like you'd give her however much, and you could walk in and see the smallest house
that she lives in. So it's basically a lady that lives in a house that says, "Give me your money so I can afford my house."
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. But went into a bakery there where I got a sugar donut filled with Nutella and a Nutella chocolate stick. Like, oh no, so good. Nutella's so good. It was a good donut. It was so good. There was a lot of good food on this cruise. And then the next day was a sea day again, so just kind of relaxed.
More TV.
We did more TV. We did the pool, jacuzzi.
Does this one have a water slide, or that's a different ship?
Oh yeah, no, it has a water slide. It goes out out from the ship, like aqueduct. And I had not ridden it before, and I actually rode it this time. So there was
Now we're talking. Here we go. This is what I want to hear about.
So there's two couples that sat next to us.
On the water slide?
During dinner.
Oh, okay.
No, during dinner. And I was in the pool that day. It was the last sea day. I was in the pool, and the couple, they came out to the pool too. And I forget what nationality they were, but he was like, have you done the slide? I kind of want to go to the slide. I did the first day. It was great. I was like, no, I haven't done it. I've been thinking about doing it. It looks really fun. But it was super cold that day. And so you have to like jump out of the warm water and run across deck and go up one deck and go over and get up there, and then you go down. And there's like a big staircase you have to go up too. It's like it's super freezing. You got to do that. So, but I was like, okay, let's do it. So we get out of the pool, we run over there, we go up the stairs, we run up to where you're supposed to go up, and it was closed.
What? Oh, come on. What?
Well, wait. So but it was closed for like 15 minutes, and we got there right when they closed. It's like when the people go get lunch that run it, basically, I think. So we're like, okay, going back down. We went down, jumped back in the warm water, and just waited like 15 minutes. And then we saw people start going down it again. It's like, oh, let's go. So we ran up there, and you go up the long stairs. There's a little kid like running behind me, like, yeah, just like running up the stairs. He was really excited to do it again. I was like, he's like, have you done this before? He's like, oh, I've done it a lot. It's so much fun. I was like, okay, that's good. I guess I'll like it too. I haven't done it yet. So we got up there, and the guy I was with, he was like, you go first. I was like, oh, okay. So basically, it's at the top is this tube, this encasing. So like in Deadpool at the end where he shoves his girl into the case. That's basically what it looks like. You get in this case, and behind you, one of the like Huey, Dewey, or Louie starts like counting down 3, 2, 1, and then the floor drops out from underneath you, and you just shoot straight down.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was so much fun. But like the thing on those, like I could never keep my eyes open during those because water's just splashing me and hitting me in the face. And I tried, like I could kind of see out. And you're kind of going, yeah, I gotta get goggles. Yeah, I get the goggles. It's just, I that's how you sounded. I don't know.
Goggles, everyone.
Oh, hello, everyone. So yeah, you just shoot down. It's pretty quick. It's a quick ride. so fast. But at the end, you hit the water at the end, and I just had like a gallon of water shoot up every
Orifice?
hole in my face.
Oh, okay.
Every orifice in my face just like sucked up all the water, and I was just coughing and gagging. And the guys down there like, how was it? I'm like, oh, it's good. It's so much fun. Do it again. But no, it was good. It was good. It was so good. Definitely recommend the Aqueduct.
Did you do
they
it
have
again?
another slide on there. I didn't do it again. I just did it the one time. I just wanted to do it the one time. Because we're going to get out of the water. We're going to get out soon. We're going to go get ready for dinner and everything. But it was fun. It was really fun. And then the next day was back into Dover. And it's a sad day because basically you just wake up and you just walk off the ship.
Oh, you had to say goodbye to your friends.
I had to say goodbye. I did. I had to say goodbye to friends. Like we made friends. We made friends we're friends on Facebook now with them.
Aww,
the waiters. Like you make friend with the waiters. The waiter that we had last year was on the ship, and the first night walking into the restaurant, I looked up. He looked at me. He's like, "Oh, hey!" and he recognized me. He knew me.
Oh.
He stalks you.
These people have to have.
Facebook.
He stalks. I mean, they have like there's hundreds of people, like thousands of people that go through these ships every year, and it's amazing how they remember you.
Like,
and
hey, I know you. You're the guy that always watches TV and we're commercials on the ship.
Exactly.
No,
that's how they know.
Did you tell them all about I Am Geek? Did you tell them? I'm sure you did.
Yeah, tell us how that went.
Yeah, how'd that go? You telling everybody about the podcast?
Just start from the beginning.
I was like, hey, you listen to I Am Geek. It's so good. I think I did.
Oh, you were drunk when you told him.
Yeah.
No, when I was drunk when I told him. It's good. So good. So good. Good stuff.
So good. That's how we describe.
So good.
That's all right.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so good.
So good.
I'm Geek.
I Am Geek. So good. But there's also another restaurant on the ship called Palo. And that's just for adults. That's adult dining.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Now we're getting into some good stuff.
Nitty gritty.
The stage shows there, let me tell you. No, it's just a refined dining. You get dressed up. It's like one of the nights. There's like 2 nights you get dressed up. There's a formal night for the regular restaurants that you can get dressed up for. But this, we're bringing Jack. And you go in there. That it's high end food. Like you have to pay extra for that one. It's like $30 a person.
What?
But the food. Like I mean, it's amazing food. And the dessert is like a chocolate lava cake.
I get one of those at Chili's.
No, not like this one.
Actually, the best one I've ever had is at the California Grill at Disney World. It's the best lava
it may
cake.
be similar to that.
Yeah.
But like the people will go to this restaurant just to eat the dessert because it's so good.
$30.
They also do like for $30. But they also do. I mean, that's a 3-course meal. I mean, it's high end and like food. And if you can't decide between 2 things, sometimes they'll just bring you both. If you ask them, they'll just bring you as much food as you want to eat. Basically.
So that was a question I had. Like, because I've seen cruise, heard people talk about cruise. Is it like 24 hours a day and get food like whenever you want it?
Yeah, whenever you want it. I mean, for the most part, it's all inclusive. So like all the food's included, all the restaurant dinners included. They also have places on the top deck. There's Pinocchio's Pizzeria where you can get a pizza pretty much all day long. For me, I can't eat cheese, so I just go up there. Hey, can you make one without cheese? And they'll actually make me a personal one.
Do they laugh at you and stuff?
No, they do look a little questioning at me.
What?
But they did have on this one. They did have dairy-free cheese that they used for me. And there's like Donald's that has like burgers and hot dogs that you can get all the time. Daisy's Delights is more like sandwiches and stuff like that. There's an ice cream station, and they started putting Dole Whips on the cruises.
See, that would be. I would be like, forget TV, forget everything. I'm just gonna go to the Dole Whip stand and just be like, just keep it coming.
But the thing was, on this one, the Dole Whip machine broke,
No.
so we didn't get
That's-
the Dole Whip.
That's when I would jump off the boat. I'd be like,
Oh.
"See ya, I'm out."
I about did. But I've heard the Dole Whip on the ships isn't as good.
What?
Like it's different somehow. Like they make it differently somehow, and it's not as good. So it's like, okay, there's a Coke Cafe where you can get coffee. You have to pay for the coffee. Like it's
What?
the fancy coffees if you want to get those. Like like lattes and stuff like that.
That's not
You can
coffee,
get free coffee whenever just
Okay.
regular coffee. They have places like that, but like a Starbucks. It's basically like a Starbucks. And Jenny still gets all the coffee there. If you do like 5 coffees, you get a free coffee.
Good.
But they have free desserts though. You can go in during the day and they have like desserts, and they'll have like other snacks and stuff you can get in there.
I would
free as
gain
well.
so much weight on a cruise. I would just be like eating all the time.
And I haven't even mentioned room service, which is 24/7, and that's included. So you can get any food, anytime you want it. You just go to your room, pick up the phone, order it, and they'll bring it to your room.
Oh, this is
Watch
dangerous.
TV.
Constant eating. And watch TV.
I would be like, okay, how much did this cost me? Okay, how much food do I need to get to make this like trip worthwhile? And then I would just be like getting food, just bring it, just keep bringing it. Sir,
Mhm.
did you order 6 pizzas? Yes, I ordered 6 pizzas.
You got a problem with that?
You got a problem with that? And then I would just use them as frisbees and like throw them off my balcony. And
Pizza for
Oh,
everybody.
Pizza
there you
for
go.
everybody.
I'm going fishing.
Nice.
So, what was your favorite like food or meal or snack or whatever that you had?
Oh gosh. That's hard. That's hard. There was a really good chocolate cake one night for dessert that I polished that thing off like it was so good. I was like licking the plate. Is delicious. The desserts on these things, yeah, exactly. The desserts on this cruises are they're outrageous. They're so good. Like and again, like if you can't decide between 2 desserts, they'll bring you both, and they're really good for me because like they had dairy-free ice cream. They had like sorbets and stuff that I could eat. That was really good, and they were very attentive to that. To do that to get me what I could eat.
So, since you said you like the chocolate cake, like could you literally be like, I want you to bring me a whole chocolate cake?
Well, they're made like it's not it's like little it's kind of like a dessert in itself. It's not like they make a giant cake and then slice things out.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, you could probably ask for a couple of them.
You
if
could be
really
like, I
wanted
want
to.
16 cakes to my table, please.
I don't know. I haven't tried it. I want to try that
You
now.
should try it.
You
next
should
time.
try it.
Next year.
Yeah, I think I should try that next time. Our parents will be with us next time.
Maybe,
So,
maybe. Our mom is still like, oh, I'm sort of nervous about it.
Oh
no.
gosh.
She's like excited, but
Going,
she's never been out of the
Yeah.
country. She's never been on a cruise. Like when she was at our house and she got in our hot tub, it was the funniest thing that I've ever seen. Because she was like acting all weird, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "I've never really been in a hot tub," and I'm like, "Really?" And she's like, She's like, "I'm just floating all around. I don't know what to do." I'm like, "You just sit down." I can't. I'm just floating around.
oh, this is gonna be fun.
She's like, and I told
but-
her, I was like, it's okay. I can just go in your place.
Yeah. You stay here and watch the kids.
Yeah, you stay hang out with the grandkids. I'll go in your place.
That's funny.
Well, the funniest thing, I don't think she listens, but the funniest thing, we took them to Disney one time, and it was at Old Key West. I'm going to get in so much trouble for saying this. Old Key West. And Old Key West, they have a pool, and their water slide looks like a big giant sandcastle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like huge, big giant sandcastle. It's a water slide. And so we talk her into going down the water slide. And first she was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm like, no, it'll be so much fun. So we went down first, and we were like waiting for her to come down, and she came off that water slide. And this is like a normal water slide. It's not like one of those awkward ducks that's like shoots you out or anything. It goes around in a spiral or something. She came out of that thing. It shot her out, and she did a backflip off of the lip of it. Her feet went flying up in the air. Her legs went over her head. We're just like, it's like we're like, oh no, but we're still like. It's like, oh no, but I'm dying laughing. And I'm just like, what is happening? It's so funny because like I don't know what it would take to do that. Like I don't think anybody could replicate that. But she came off that thing and did a backflip, and we're like, what in the world? Oh, sorry, Mom, if you're listening, but probably not listening. So no, but she's excited about going. But it's just gonna be funny for her to experience, something new.
Yeah. Oh, it'll definitely be interesting and fun. It'll be fun. I mean, they also have various like areas that they got O'Gill's Pub, which is like a pub you can go to. It's an adult area. A piano bar where there's always a piano guy playing a piano. Fathoms where they do a bunch of the game things. They have bingo like pretty much every day when you're at sea. And so we didn't play bingo this time. But because you have to pay for bingo, we were trying to save some money. But we've won though. Like it's like we've actually won bingo on the ship a few times, which is cool. So we broke even quite a few times. Oh. And one of their things, if bingo isn't going your way, what do you say? Shake it up, Betty. That's what you say. You say, shake it up, Betty. What? Because the bingo machine is called Betty. That's their name for the machine that rolls around all the balls. And if you're not happy with what Betty's like putting out, you're like, shake it up, Betty. And everybody says that in a big group. And
so when you say you broke even, like, so basically you broke even with the cost of the trip. It's like, I won bingo on Disney Cruise and it paid for my trip.
No. So the cost of playing bingo.
Because that would be hilarious. Like, I won like, $6,000 or whatever it costs. I don't know what it costs.
They also have like little giveaways. Like they have a jewelry store that's on the ship, and they give away like little pieces of jewelry that you could win. The bingo. We won Grant's Woody from Toy Story that he has. We won that bingo. Yeah. Now, you guys are terrible.
I'm so sorry. It just came out of nowhere. It came out of the right field.
Not me.
You're terrible. You're terrible, Ryan. You're terrible. Toy Story.
He needs a Buzz to go along with his Woody. Every time he sees Buzz, I'm like, oh, Buzz. I'm like, sorry. You have Woody.
You got Woody. You got a Woody.
Jeez.
And that's the title of this episode.
You got a Woody.
Disney Cruise gave me a Woody.
Yeesh.
There you go.
Yeesh. No.
Oh. Hey, hey, we've gone over an hour, so anything over an hour on the show, it's fair game.
It's not listened to.
Hands on that.
That's what stuff gets good though.
But I mean But yeah, I mean, and that's just like that's for adults. I mean, we're adults, and that's what we did. But I mean, they also have a ton of stuff for kids. You're terrible. You're horrible.
I'm so sorry. That was the most awkward segue I've ever heard.
That's what I'm here for.
You were talking about a Woody, just saying we're adults. That's what we do. Sorry. All right.
Anyway, there's a ton of stuff on the ship for kids. They have like a Avengers Academy.
Did you stick your head in there? Like, could you go in there and see it?
I've looked in there. There's apparently a time during the day you have to ask them that you can go in if you don't have kids. You can go in and look around. But I've kind of poked my head around the corner as I've walked past these places so I can see, because they've got like a big Iron Man in there and tons of cool stuff.
That's cool.
And some of the ships, one of them has a Millennium Falcon that the kids can
I
fly.
would be all about
Like you're sitting
that.
up in the pit. Yeah, no, you would be like pushing the kids out of the way and jumping in there. This is mine. I've been waiting on this forever.
And then when the cast members came up to me, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just looking for my kid. I don't know where he went. I thought he was over here."
Right. They got like a Tinkerbell fairy area for kids,
Aw.
and so there's a ton of stuff. Like they have the wristbands for the kids that they wear, so you can keep so the ship can keep track of them.
That's good.
Oh, and there were no straws.
Oh.
Straw on,
Boo.
as well as the plastic caps on the.
Did you spill your drink?
Things. I actually did spill my drink one day. It was in the Cove Cafe. I stood up and I was going to grab it, and I hit it, and it spilled all over the floor.
Did you go? If it had a lid on it, it would have spilled.
Should have. But yeah, so that's hit the ships too. They don't have straws.
That's going to be interesting when we go on our trip to Disney, especially with little kids and like trying to maneuver with the stroller and drinks and.
Well,
3-year-old
see, I was
running
thinking about that
around.
though. Like our family, we're gonna have water bottles for the most part. That we'll buy a case of water and carry that around. We don't really do sodas, but I was thinking about buying the lids because you can buy a pack of them and they're kind of the standard size.
That's true.
And it's like $2 or something or maybe $6, I don't know. But it's you can buy a whole stack of them on Amazon.
And then when you get done with them, just throw them in the road
Throw
and
'em
say, "Take that, Disney."
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
That is a good idea to bring your own lids and straws, like just a pack of them.
We'll for sure bring straws. I mean, but then again, it's I don't know. Like I said, we don't necessarily buy the soft drinks or
I'm just
things in cups. I don't know.
I'm just weird about restaurants. Like I know it does. It's I'm drinking out of the glass. I know either way, but it just weirds me out to pick up a glass in a restaurant and just drink out of it, like without a straw,
touching it,
touching it with my mouth and stuff. So like not having straws, I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't know. Bring my own cup, please. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm weird though, so whatever.
That's true.
That's true. So you had a fun trip.
I did. It was a great trip, and we got back, and I know we're going long, so I won't even talk extensively about it. We got back, and we got an email like while we're on the trip actually, saying your Tesla is ready to be picked up.
Oh.
When we got back. We got our brand new
part of
Tesla.
the trip.
That's included. That's included in the cruise.
Man.
Free Tesla.
All inclusive.
It really is all inclusive. Wow.
Yeah.
This episode is going to be called Snooty Snooterson goes on a cruise and gets a Tesla.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I won't talk. I will talk about that maybe some other time. But yeah, we picked it up and it's super nice.
Have you got to drive it yet?
Yes,
you don't have to drive it.
Yeah, I saw the video of it pulling into the garage by itself.
Yes, it has a summon feature where you can, on your phone, you hit summon and it'll drive forward or backward to you.
Oh, it's like Kit.
Yeah. So basically, it's really good for like if you park someplace and someone's pulled in beside you and they didn't leave you any room to get in and out of the car, that you can hit that and it'll pull out from that space so you get into the car.
But it takes like a while, right? It's not like it just pulls right out.
A little bit. It's not like 0 to 60 or whatever, but I mean because it maneuvers it. Yeah. But so it takes like a couple minutes for it to move for you.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's super nice. We enjoy it.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk about that on future episodes of Lifestyles of the Rich and I Am Geek. just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the email though. I usually get an email after you go on a cruise, to me saying, "Hey, we would just like thank you for coming on the cruise. We would like to, if you could fill out this review for us." Then I always like fill it out like
Yeah.
horrible. Like that's probably why they remember you because I'm like, that was the worst trip I've ever been on. I need more TV shows on my TV, so that's probably why I got more TV shows. I hate the stage shows. I really love it when the characters come and talk to me.
They got a huge selection of the shows. Like so, before on the ship, like they had each channel played one movie over and over again. But now they have it to where they have like a selection screen and you can choose when to watch.
That was all
the
me
movies.
from the reviews.
Yeah, so thank you for that.
Because our wives have the same first name and we have the same last name. So I always get those emails and I'm like, I didn't go on a cruise. This is not for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we own your house or something. In some way.
Hey, if you're paying the bills, I mean, whatever.
No, we're not doing that. Expect to be foreclosed soon.
Great. Why is the power flickering? What's going on? Oh, well, Katrin, did this
Yes.
did this journey that Chris just took us on make you want to go on a Disney cruise?
It gave me a different perspective on what I thought it would be.
I know we're running long, but how so? I have to know.
No, it makes me see that we all vacation differently and we all enjoy different things. So I want to go on one. So it neither encouraged or discouraged me to go more, I guess, or whatever. But I'm glad you had a great time. And
well, I mean that kind of is the thing with cruises. Cruises, you make your own vacation.
Yeah.
Like and they can be so different depending on what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's why they're so relaxing. Is like you don't have to necessarily think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
You have all these kind of options already kind of laid before you. Like food is done with. Like you don't have to worry about it. It's set. It's prepared. When you leave your cabin in the morning, someone comes in, they make your bed up. When you leave for dinner and you come back, they've turned your bed down. They've done like a little
Flip it over.
a towel. Yeah, they flip it up. They did like a towel animal for you with 2 little chocolates, so like kind of clean your room. Like everything is done for you. You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
And it's super nice.
I wonder if you can do the same thing like you can do at Disney and say, I don't want mousekeeping, and they give you a $70 gift card or whatever. I'm gonna try that. You may not want that.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have someone come in and do stuff for you. Because I mean, they get your towels and everything.
Yeah.
They replace that stuff, so you kind of want that on a cruise.
Sure.
Putting stuff down.
Well, there you go. That's the a very different review of the Disney Cruise Line. I think you will only find this review, like a review like this, here on I Am Geek. So tell your friends. I want to go on a Disney cruise.
Yes.
Really bad, but I don't know if I'll ever get to go on one. But
no.
Well, thanks.
No, I mean I'm saying the same. I was like, I want to go, and I don't think I'll go, and I'm saying no, I probably won't.
Yeah. But I mean, they do
Maybe.
like sell out of Galveston down here by me, so at least I'm closer to them now.
Well, I thought that was the one that doesn't fill up as much.
It doesn't fill up. It's November through December. They have one of the ships. It's just the Wonder is what they've been using down there. And yeah, you settle there. That's the one we're going to take appearance on. And they go to like Castaway Key, like their Disney's private island. And then there's a few different ones you can do. They go to Mexico. They go to Jamaica. They go to all kinds of places through there, and that's super relaxing. They have like 7-day cruises. They have 3 to 4-day cruises. So if you're not sure about the full one, you could do a shorter one. But yeah, it's nice. I recommend a Disney cruise.
Yeah. If for nothing else, you get to see a lot of cool TV.
If that's what you want to do.
Hey, if you get like my first cruise I went on, I got super seasick, and that's all I did.
That's
I
true.
just laid in bed.
That's my
Well,
fear, that I would
that's all you
pay all
wanna
this
do.
money going on a cruise and be sick the whole time.
Did you wear a
But they
patch
have-
or anything? Or?
So I actually didn't this time, and I was perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Good.
Because typically we these patches you get and you put behind your ear, and they work wonders. Like, you don't feel sick at all when you have those on. But you can only wear them so long, and then you start to get sick.
Yeah.
If you wear them long, and that happened to me last year.
I was thinking, yeah, you said that. That's right.
Well, cool.
Oh man.
But, like,
I was trying to find the ones out of Galveston.
Yeah.
But I just saw one that's like a 6-day.
Mm.
Oh, there's a 7.
and prices vary depending. Like, I mean, if you get like a balcony, that's one of the most expensive ones. But you can get like a single porthole. You can get a double port, like a big porthole. So I mean, it varies.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, well, I looked at the one that you went on for next year. The stateroom or whatever it is was $16,000.
Yeah. Oh well, that's a stateroom. That's like that's the high end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's like the high end one.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? Good gracious.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh gosh.
Could buy a car.
Yeah. Anyway, so thanks for sharing your trip. It was fun. I had fun on this episode, but I think it's time to wrap it up and put episode 72 in the can, or whatever the words. You know, in the can. That's like an old movie term. Put it
In the
film,
hard drive.
The film in the can. Yeah.
In the cloud.
In the cloud.
I'll put it in the cloud.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of that we need to talk about that show maybe next time. The Magic for Humans or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about that next time, because I watched a couple of the episodes.
Yeah, it's fun.
That reminded me of him floating the cell phone up into because I'm putting your information in the cloud. Anyway,
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. But thanks for joining us. If you don't mind liking, subscribing, all that stuff on iTunes, reviewing, we much appreciate it. And let's continue the conversation on Facebook and with I Am Group, and then on Twitter at I Am Geek Show. We look forward to hearing from you guys. And thank you guys for joining us. You guys make this happen for us. See you next time on I Am Geek.